technical difficulties.
We are live now for sure. It's 100 for the first time in the history of Let's Talk Fish. This is Matt's fault. I actually saw.
It is your fault.
I actually saw.
Well, not really. It's somewhat your fault.
So I'm an administrator on the YouTube channel.
It was his fault.
And I saw it wasn't Tyler's fault for once. I saw the show pop up, but it wasn't live. It said 42 minutes ago, and I thought the stream had ended, and I'm like, oh, this is an old one, so I deleted it. But come to find out, we were live.
Yeah.
And I deleted it, which discontinued everything. So Tyler had to put everything back in. But we are live now. We're back 2 weeks in a row.
2 weeks in a row.
2 weeks in a row.
And a special thank you to Matt. I just found out this is his anniversary tonight, and he's here. Oh, not thank you to Matt. Thank you to Emily.
I'm about to say.
Yeah, thank you to Emily for allowing him to come do this show. And congratulations.
Thanks, buddy.
I was talking to her again because I can imagine living with you for 19 years is pretty tough.
Shoot. She's a lucky woman. No, I am one lucky man, and happy anniversary to my wife, Emily. We've been together now for 24 years, married for 19, and it seems like I can remember everything from our wedding day. Well,
that's good.
And it's like it was yesterday.
Supposed to.
It's like it was yesterday, though. Like time flies. Crazy how fast it goes. All right. So everybody knows Let's Talk Fish is presented by English Choice Marine. We got a lot of cool things to talk about tonight. We have a special giveaway at the end of the show for our trivia question night, sponsored by none other than Pulse Fish. All right. What we're going to be giving away at the end of the show, $79 plus value. It's going to be a prize pack of the side piece, the new side piece. You seen the new side piece?
No, I have not.
So it's an alternative to like a bladed jig. And it looks kind of like a spinnerbait, buzzbait, bladed jig hybrid.
I'm going to have to look it up.
Yeah, so look it up. And so you're going to get 4 side pieces. It's a great alternative to a bladed jig, by the way. You're going to get a pair of the Pulse Fish sun gloves, and you're going to get one of my signature underspins. All right? That's going to be the giveaway tonight.
Oh, yeah, I see it. It's kind of like the grass piece.
Yeah, exactly. It's like the grass piece.
Yeah.
So
that looks pretty cool.
This bait only retails for $12.99, right?
Yeah.
You're looking at it. Retails for $12.99 compared to like your jackhammers and stuff, which you're paying $20 for now. So,
right.
Great deal. Definitely something to add to your arsenal because it gives the fish a little bit different look. Super versatile bait. Once again, great giveaway from Pulse Fish tonight for the trivia question.
Can I enter for the giveaway?
No, because you already know the answer.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, but I know a guy. I could probably get you some side pieces.
Okay. You probably charge me for them, though.
I'm not going to charge you for them.
I'll call Todd. He might give me
Todd
money.
might hook you up.
Matt will charge me.
I'll probably charge you double.
Probably.
But end of the show, y'all stay tuned. Let's get back to English Choice real quick, y'all. Y'all know English Choice Marine, 3 locations, Martinsville, Virginia, Spindale, North Carolina, and Lexington, North Carolina. So I'm going to go ahead and give you their open house dates, what they just recently announced, okay? I'm going to give you the dates and the locations. First open house, January 16th and 17th, is going to be at the Lexington, North Carolina location. Second open house is going to be in Martinsville, Virginia, January 23rd and 24th. The third open house is going to be in Spindale, North Carolina at that location, January 30th and 31st. I know I will be at the Spindale location open house. I'm not sure about the other two as of yet.
When was Martinsville?
It is the 23rd and 24th.
Ooh, I can be at that one.
Of January. All right. Well, Brian will be at Martinsville, and I'll be at Spindale, and there may be more than that.
When was Spindale?
The weekend after. 30th, 31st, I think.
Oh, I can do both of those. Ooh.
Oh, there you go. All right. So you have it. You have it.
Yeah,
you heard it here first.
Martinsville and Spindale for sure. The first one I'll be going to Lake Gunnersville for our first event.
That's the 16th, 17th?
Yeah, the tournament dates for our Gunnersville event are the 15th through the 18th.
Okay, cool. Speaking of Gunnersville, I just got back from the Team Toyota Bonus Bucks Owners Tournament. All right. Huge event, one of the biggest turnouts we've ever had. I think they had 270 registered. Not everybody showed up for the tournament for different reasons, but I think they ended up having about 240 to 250 boats, which is a heck of a turnout. Awesome event.
That is a good turnout.
Toyota always does it up right. We gave away a four-wheeler, compliments of Bass Pro Shops, a tracker, ATV. We gave away, we paid 31 places, $5,000 payout first place, guaranteed, and gave away some cool Bass Pro gift cards, some Costa sunglasses stuff. That's like a $600 package from Costa sunglasses. Awesome time. And we had a great turnout. All the pros were there. All the Team Toyota guys. Van Dam was there. Ike was there. Swindle was was there. Scroggins was there. MDJ, Brandon Polnick, who's new to the team this year.
Yeah.
All the Bassmaster girls, Christine Fisher, Maggie Jo, Anastasia, they were all there. They actually did a little Bassmaster program on Saturday morning that I got to participate in, and that's a really, really cool deal. Any young or old ladies out there that are looking to get involved in fishing, bass fishing in particular, check out those events. They have them in conjunction with a lot of the elite tournaments, but you can go to bassmaster.com and find out more about that. But yeah, those Bassmaster, H-E-R, programs are really, really cool, and they're a lot of fun to attend. I got to participate in one this past weekend, and
did you have to wear a wig?
No, I didn't have to wear a wig.
Okay, that's just
but we got to go in there and help teach some casting and things like that. So Swindle and BP and I were there as guests of the ladies, of course, and we they kind of took the reins and did a great job, and then they turned it over to us for some rod and reel setup tips and casting tips and things like that. We had a good time though. All right, on to the by the way, owners tournament. Owners tournament, first time a husband and wife team has won that event.
Cool.
21, 22 pounds, I think is what it took. But there were some studs in this tournament now. There were some local heavy hitters. There were some college kids. He's a legend on that lake. He's
a lot of guns.
Older fella, got glasses. Won a lot of BFLs back in the day.
Edward.
Yes, Geddes.
Yeah,
okay, so funny story. So Emily is down there with us. She's helping work the Toyota registration tent where they give away all the Team Toyota swag to all the participants.
Right.
And they feed them and everything like that. So all the fishermen are coming through, and they'll line up like an hour before registration starts. Like they're jacked to be there. Like this is.
Well, you got 240 people.
Yeah. So everybody's pretty much gone through. And this fella comes in with his bib still on, his hair all windblown, glasses on, with a younger kid. And they go through the line, and Emily tells me afterwards, she's like, I saw a fisherman, like a straight up gangster fisherman.
Oh yeah.
She's like, all these guys came in, looked like they'd been off the water for a while. He looked like he just rolled out the boat, and she didn't know who it was. She described him to me. And I said, I know exactly who that was. And I pointed him out, and she said, yep, that's him. She's like, I could tell. She's like, he's a fisherman. And I'm he might have just picked the winner of this tournament too, darling. Like he's won a lot of tournaments, and he's combined his knowledge and experience on that lake with a younger guy. Now, forgive me because I forgot his name, but this kid won the All-American.
Yeah.
So they were fishing together, and I'm like, that's
a dangerous duo.
It's like the ultimate team. Now, I'm pretty sure they did pretty well. They didn't win, obviously, but they did really well. So, believe it or not, Anthony, Lisa Talmadge from Bassmaster was there. The Bassmaster crew helps run this event from the weigh-in to from blast off to the weigh-in. Gerald actually emceed the event, so that was a lot of fun for everybody.
That was entertaining. That's worth going to right there.
Oh, yeah. But Lisa got him out of there relatively quick, probably within, I'm going to say 20, 25 minutes. She had 200.
Where did y'all go out of?
Goose Pond.
Goose Pond up in the mouth of North Salty. Yeah.
Yep. And shout out to our buddy Paul down there that Paul that owns GTO?
Yeah.
Okay, so now he owns Goose Pond and Waterfront now. So he's got it all.
He's got it all.
Yes.
He's got it. He knows what he's doing down there too.
Best breakfast sandwiches maybe in the country.
Oh yeah.
Like for a grill that's next to a lake. Like
I will be visiting that probably every day of practice.
100%.
When I'm there in
January. I don't care if I want to fish the dam or way up at the lock. I'm gonna be putting in right there so I can get
about 1 o'clock. I'll be calling, ordering me a sandwich.
That's right. Yep.
Walk up there and pick it up.
That's right. But all right, so I want to talk about something else real quick. We're gonna jump in. We're gonna talk about the BPT Cup that Brian just got done fishing. And I want to jump in and talk about real quick that Angler's Choice had their final team tournament this past weekend on Lake Wiley. Okay, we mentioned this tournament last week. $10,000 guaranteed regardless of the number of boats they had. I think they ended up having close to 70 boats, which is a good turnout based on the time of the year and everything else that was going on. I know they're going to do their full trail next year. We'll announce
they don't have the dates out.
They have some of them, and actually Austin sent them to me, and I said, let's wait till everything's set in stone before we announce it, because I don't want, I told Austin, I said, we don't want to give any bass fishermen a reason to get pissed off.
Right, yeah, because they're going.
Because they will.
We got one at Norman in May, and then something happens, and it's like not in May.
Well, yeah, then they got to get the approvals from the ranch, all that stuff. You know how it works. But the fish off or the tournament Saturday at Lake Wiley, it was a 2-day tournament. I'm sorry, I said Saturday, but it's a 2-day tournament. These two kids had over 40 pounds.
Wiley's coming back.
At Wiley, I hear that. And I looked at the weights. There were some good weights. And now, wait a minute. Now, there were some heavy hitters in this tournament.
Oh, yeah.
Britt Myers was fishing it. I saw Jason Quinn's name on the list.
I'm sure
I know
Britt's,
Caden Buckman was on the list. He's been winning all kind of stuff locally.
He's won everything all year.
Yeah. And so these two kids, high school kids, 16 and 17 years old.
I think Caden actually tied the record for the most BFL wins this year.
Oh, that's pretty impressive. That's really impressive. One of the hardest tournaments there is to win.
I know.
But check this out. You ready for these kids' stats? 16 and 17 years old. They're from Inman, South Carolina. I don't know exactly what high school they went to. In their high school tournaments this year, they finished second place at Murray, first at Wiley, and 14th at Hartwell.
Yeah.
First place at Wiley on Saturday. So they got $10,000 for winning that event Saturday, okay? But they ended up taking home $20,000.
Ooh, they got the bonus money.
They got, so White River Marine.
Yep.
They just ended up getting a recently purchased within the last year a Triton through Anglers Choice Marine, which puts him in that Triton Gold program, complements a White River Marine. That was an extra $8,000. Where'd the other $2,000 come from, Brian?
I'm going to say...
I'll give you a hint.
Hit me up. Anglers Choice?
Yeah. So the bonus bucks, the Anglers Choice bonus bucks. So if you purchase a boat from Anglers Choice, obviously you fish their tournament trail, you get a really nice bonus when you win. I mean, they even give bonuses out here at the Thursday Nighters. I mean, it's a Thursday Nighter. There ain't 15, 20, 25 boats in those things. They run them, but they give you $100 or $200 or whatever it is.
For a boat purchase from Anglers Choice.
And your highest finisher. You don't have to win. You don't even have to come into money.
Why didn't we fish any this year?
Why didn't we?
Yeah. We need to fish some.
I fished 2.
Yeah, I didn't fish any. Okay, you got me there.
That's all I fished, though. It only came in second in one and one place out of the money in the other one. So I can't compete locally anymore, Brian.
I can't either. Don't feel bad.
Yeah. But, yeah, congrats to those kids. Man. They took home $20,000 in winnings. And, again, that's a well, you okay?
Sorry. No, I've done something.
Well, you don't have to tell everybody. You could just stay quiet and work on it.
It was pretty obvious when he was just clicking all over the screen.
And his fingers are going wild over here.
I've lost I got to leave and come back.
All right. Tyler, that's awesome, dude. That was his first. That's funny because he said that was his first Toyota Owners event. Everybody that I surveyed there, which not what, I didn't get to talk to everybody. But Keith said technical difficulties again.
I'm back.
I hope that's just for Brian.
That wasn't technical difficulties. That was not us. Technical stupidity on my part.
I surveyed quite a few that came through the line, and I asked them if this was their first one. More often than not, they would say no. A lot of them said this was the second one. They came last year and they had to come back. So Tyler's proof right there that he got to experience one of the owners events this year, and he said I'll definitely be back. He came down from Virginia, North Carolina state line there, so said everything was run very well. But no, we appreciate you making the drive to come down there and supporting everybody in Toyota, especially because Toyota does so much for our industry.
They do. They've been in the bass fishing community for a long time.
Like 30 years.
Yeah. One of the longest running, supporters of the fishing industry.
That's older than like all of our top 10 in the AOI at bass.
That's older than I've been fishing.
You were fishing when you were 15.
I'm talking about professionally.
Oh, you were close to fishing professionally when you were 15.
No, I still lost.
No, wait, are you 45 or 46?
46.
Oh, yeah, you were 16. Yeah. All right, let's 15 pounds, finished 39th. We had 15 pounds, 4 ounces, and finished 39th. So, Tyler, I didn't even get to see the full result layout. So that was pretty solid then. 39th, 15 pounds. They paid 31 places.
240 boats.
Yeah, he said he'd never seen Guntersville before. That's pretty strong, man.
Yeah, that's very strong. Really
strong, especially for never fishing the place. But that's cool. It was cool that it was Guntersville for a lot of reasons. But one is that's a bucket list lake for a lot of people. That gave them a great reason to go there. A free event put on by Toyota, and they get to fish a lake that's
and get to meet everybody and just hang out and have a good time.
Yeah, it was really, really cool experience. Kelly, she said that she was there for the Bassmaster Her workshop. Would love to do a tournament sometime. Well,
there you go,
Kelly. The opportunities are there. You just got to go out and grab them. But yeah, hope to see you at an event sometime. Let's see. BPT Cup is next. Let's talk about. So you see the title of the show. I think I hope it says it happened again.
It did. It's right now.
Okay, good.
That's right. Good
Instead,
job,
it
Tyler.
happens again. But what happened again, Tyler said, is Wheeler won back-to-back cups, didn't he?
Okay.
Yep.
I didn't know what happened. They wouldn't tell me.
Yeah.
A
Well,
lot of
two
things
different
happened.
Well, I mean, it happened again. Toyota put on a phenomenal event. It happened again that Elijah and Gibson won at Lake Wiley.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I didn't know what happened.
A
'cause
lot-
a lot has happened again.
A lot has happened again, hence the title of the podcast of our show tonight. So, talk about the Cup. I can't even remember what lakes. I know.
You could say it happened again that I finished last in my group.
Look, I'm not an expert by no means, but he fished with Colby Miller, who, by the way, I got to meet for the first time. Colby's a great kid.
Y'all great dude.
And
great dude.
super good kid, very laid back, and y'all pair well together. Just
Oh, we did.
personality
We
wise.
worked great together.
Yeah, so we had to make a detour on the way to.
So me and Colby stayed at Scott
Colby and
Canterbury's
I.
house. Colby and I
There you
stayed
go.
at Scott
Attaboy.
Canterbury's house because it's kind of close to Anniston. And Matt jumped in there. Y'all were going to Gunnersville. And
Yeah.
I was talking to Matt on the phone. I was stuck in traffic in Atlanta, and I called him. And talking to him, I was like, well, you sure to swing by Scott's on your way and eat and hang out. So we had a good time.
The key word was there and eat, and then I realized Canterbury's cooking.
Yes.
And Thrift, I think you told me, he said he's cooking ribs, and I'm like, I said, Brian, I'll call you back. Let me holler at Canterbury. I said, I don't want to invite myself, but I'm getting ready to.
Yeah.
And you know how Scott is. Scott's like, yeah, come on, man. And Dixie and Emily got to visit a little bit. They hadn't seen each other in a while, so we swung into Canterbury's house, and Canterbury's grilling. When Canterbury's grilling,
Yeah.
There's
we
a
had
few-
like
few drinks consumed.
Jalapeno deer poppers.
Ribs. Kaneka,
Kaneka.
cowboy beans.
Cowboy
You know, we had
beans.
our protein covered.
And French fries.
And French fries. We had like 5 meats and a
Yes.
potato.
Exactly. What else
Perfect.
could you ask for? That's
Well,
the perfect
yeah.
perfect cookout.
But it was amazing as always. And got to have a cold beer, chill out with the guys, and sit around his fire pit out there at his outdoor kitchen. And I noticed, I looked over at Brian one time, and Brian was talking a little bit more than he normally does. I looked behind him, and there was a bottle of Weller 12 sitting there.
Yeah, there was.
And he said, would you like one? And I said, I'd love one. And next time he turned around and said, Matt, you didn't get you a Weller
No,
12.
you were drinking some kind of weird beer.
And he said, you didn't get you a drink. And about that time, I see the last little bit of the bottle going into his cup. And I said, so I know why you were letting Colby run the trolling motor the next day, and you were just standing behind him.
Well, there were several reasons, but that was not one of them.
Oh, okay, that was not one of them.
That was not one of them.
Okay, so obviously y'all went out, and you didn't know where you were going. Tell everybody where you went and how it went down.
Yeah, so we ended up going to Lakewood Dowie. First time Colby
Spell
and I,
that.
WEDOWEE.
Is that right? How do you
Correct.
know, Tyler?
Because I know about that lake.
I'm a scholar and a gentleman. So
Okay,
anyway, we
continue.
ended up going to Wedowee, and it's me and Colby had already, or Colby and I, as Matt already corrected me. Colby
Say
and I
it
had
anyway you
already
want.
talked the night before, and we're like, it's fall, it's first kind of little cold spell of the year. We're gonna focus on live sonar, and that's Colby's area of expertise. Like, he is phenomenal with that thing. So I'm like, get up there, you do your thing, and we're going to try to catch as many bass as we can. And we had a great time. We actually had the bites to make the cut very, very, very easily. Had a little bit of misfortune. Didn't do anything wrong, just a little bit of bad luck. But it was a lot of fun, and I had a great time. It was kind of, he got me close enough to the bank one time, and I threw a Demiki Rambler out there, and I caught one.
And he left the bank?
Well, most of the fish were not on the bank.
Well,
they were out in the
So
middle.
it's funny because the only team that I saw make the finals that was fishing shallow every round was Dean
and Tock. Yes, Dean and Tock.
And the fact that, honestly, the fact that they made the finals doing that, it blew my mind.
Yes.
Like, now they absolutely got smoked in the finals.
Right.
And and you got to go ahead. I want to talk about that, though. I want to talk about that because I know your mindset, but I want to talk about that.
Yeah, so anyway, Colby and I's day on the water, we had a great time. We had a lot of bites, a little bit of misfortune. But I learned early on that I didn't need to be in his way, making him less efficient. So he was on the front deck for about 75% of the day doing his thing with the live sonar. And so I figured this out. So I would set at the console and watch the live on the console screen, console graph. And if he would see 2 bass, I'd get up front and get ready. Because if he hooked one, I'd throw in there and try to catch the other one.
You're so smart.
I know. So that was the game plan. I think that.
What if he saw 3?
If he saw, I was up there.
Okay.
One time we did hit a good group of them, and we ended up catching like 5 in, I don't know, 3 minutes. But we never did find another big group. Like there were like 20 or 30 of them.
Were y'all not leading after the first period?
I think we were leading like halfway through the second period.
Okay, I knew you were leading after the first because I had checked on you.
Yeah, it was fun. I learned a lot fishing with Colby, just seeing the correct way to use live sonar, if you will say. But it was a lot of fun. I'm not going to say I think the one place we messed up was we kind of left the area we were catching them in thinking we could find something else. And we did get a few other bites, but we probably should have kind of stayed where we were halfway through the day when we left and started running around. But hindsight's 2020. We could just as easily pulled in somewhere that had them better than how we were catching them. So that's just part of it. Part of fishing. Didn't make any bad decisions. Just had a little bit of misfortune. Had a lot of fun. And then watched live the rest of the week. And, man, I thought that Weiss Lake was going to be a lot better than it was.
Yeah, I got to watch
Weiss.
I got to sporadically watch some of that throughout the owners event. I dabble in as much as I could.
Yeah.
And it was kind of depressing from like what you've heard historically about that place.
Yeah, I've heard that lake's just one of the better shallow fish.
Now you were there in October, so
right. But then I guess the second round when Jake and Alton won, they had a pretty good day. Alton was catching them pretty good on the square bill.
Yeah, that's right. They were fishing that mainly one stretch of riprap where they caught most of them, I think. But
right, yeah, they hit that one stretch where they were pulled up. But it was a fun event. That was my first time. I have very little experience on the Coosa River, so that was only my second time fishing a Coosa River lake. And I don't guess I even actually got to fish a Coosa River lake. I don't think Wedowie's on the Coosa River. I think it's on some other river. Do you know that,
Tyler knew how to spell it. Maybe he knows where it is.
What river's Wedowie on?
I don't know that part.
I think it's a T, like Tallapoosa or something.
I can look it up.
I don't know.
It's not that important.
I was thinking we were going to go to Logan Martin for the first round just because we were kind of close to it. And I was like, man, I hope we go there because I've never been there before and I've heard so much about it.
Drew, have you been working out?
I have been working out.
Buddy said you look good.
It's on the Tallapoosa and Little Tallapoosa.
He said looking in shape, what he said.
Tallapoosa. Yeah. Is that how it is? I don't know.
Tallapoosa. You were right and
I
wrong
was
at
right.
the same time.
I knew and did not think I knew.
Okay,
but
so
it was a fun event.
The final round went to Logan Martin, which a lot of guys have some history with, including Dustin, obviously, who fished with Wheeler in the final round.
Right.
I think that was Dustin's first cup win, if I'm not mistaken. But it was.
Was
Jacob's,
that his first cup win?
I mean, not red Chris.
I mean,
but
you know what
cup,
I mean.
Team
yeah,
event.
like team event.
I think it was his first team event. Yeah, I think. Okay, so my question to you was your mentality, because my mentality is already like I'm going into this Logan Martin, all those guys fishing it knew it was slam full of spotted bass.
Right.
It's chock full of them.
Right.
Like tons of them. And obviously the majority of them going to be on bait off the bank.
Mm-hmm.
Time of the year. And right out of the gate, Jake, Alton Jr., Wheeler, Dustin, Bradley and Greg not so much, and Talk
but
and Dean.
they were doing the forward pace live.
They were,
sonar,
but I don't think they started off doing that, did they? Maybe they did.
I think they did.
Maybe they
think
did. Okay,
did,
maybe
yeah.
they did. Dean and Talk immediately go to the bank. Now, they caught some fish the first period, and they kind of hung on by a thread for one period, and then they absolutely started getting smoked.
Yeah. Yep.
They never left the bank, dude.
Talk don't leave the bank.
The whole tournament. But I mean,
I love
okay.
it.
So here, look, I don't know Dean and Talk great guys, seem like great guys.
Oh,
but
yeah,
I don't have a
great guys.
long-standing relationship with them like Brian does, and Brian's fished with them. I haven't fished with them. Same league anyway. I don't understand that. Like, I've always tried to do whatever it takes to adapt to try to, especially in a final round, I mean,
Right.
to win the tournament, right? So What are they thinking? Like, why did they not? Okay, so here's my question: Is their thought process? Well, you got Wheeler and Connell and Alton Jr. and Jake Lawrence out there scoping. If we go scope against them, there's no way we can beat them. But if we fish the bank, maybe we got a chance. But then when you get 30 pounds behind after the second period, you realize you definitely don't have a chance. Why would you not get out and try to find a big water fish?
I mean, you could.
I know what you would do.
Yeah, I mean, I'm kind of torn now. Like,
there ain't no way you'd have stayed on the bank. I know you. You'd have tried to win. And you'd have said, there's no way I could win on the bank.
Yes, I would have done that.
All right.
100%. But also, you think fall time of year, you could go in the back of a creek and find a group of fish schooling on bait in shallow water and just, like, you could keep pace and beat them if you found that. Now, anymore, that's like finding a needle in a haystack.
So Josh
rare.
Ryan nailed it. He said, you give Talk a spinnerbait or a chatterbait bite, he is stuck with capital S-T-U-C-K.
Yeah, that's true.
And
but more often than not, he makes it work. Like he did that all year on the Bass Pro Tour this year, made red crest, had a couple top 10s.
He wasn't on a spot lake with forward-facing sonar and a 1 pound minimum.
It don't matter. He still makes it work.
Well, I'm just saying, like, 2 of y'all's 3 periods, you can't use it. All the entire cup event, you can.
That's right.
Big difference. Like, big difference.
He still makes it work.
Well, he didn't that day.
No,
but he did make the final doing it. So I'm not. I mean, you know.
I mean, he beat me. And
how
Colby.
do you look at it?
He beat me and Colby. We scoped all day.
Yeah. Well, you drank Sundrop and watched Colby smoke. I mean, smoke.
Smoke them. Scope them.
Scope them all day.
Now, I caught the first 2 of the day on back-to-back casts.
Scoping?
Scoping.
While he was running the trolling motor?
Yes.
That's pretty impressive.
Yeah.
That's
well,
pretty impressive.
when we first
Lake
started,
practice is coming in handy.
Yeah, that's
when
right.
we first started, I got up there with him on the front.
Okay.
And I'd see he'd cast, and he'd be like, oh, I missed him. He's a little bit to the left. So I wouldn't even look at which way it's pointed. I'd just throw about 4 feet to the left of him. And then he'd say, oh, there's your bait. That's perfect. Now catch one. And we kind of had a good approach because he was throwing a bigger bait, like a 5-inch bait, and I was throwing a little 3-inch Demiki armor shad.
Okay.
And they was liking, the little spots was liking that.
Gotcha. Well, I noticed everybody's talking about how much. Of course, it's everywhere in the South for the most part. They're feeding on really small bait, and that's just typical in the South in the fall. So I got the pleasure of getting in the boat with. So we take all the Team Toyota pros. Get to take some of the Toyota corporate people out fishing for a little fun tournament.
Yeah.
While we're at the owners event, and it's just a 2.5 hour deal. And I was supposed to take a couple people. They weren't there. Long story short, it was Easton Fothergill, this year's Bassmaster Classic champion, and I standing at the boat ramp after everybody pretty much had pulled off, and we looked at each other and said, well, let's go fishing. Y'all just jumped in my boat. And Easton, I said, come on, Easton, you can give me a lesson on this live sonar.
We're learning.
And Anastasia,
the old dogs
Anastasia
are learning.
Patterson was there, and she jumped in the boat with us. And we jumped in, and Easton goes out there, and he's wearing my boat, so he drops the trolling motor and starts kind of scoping around and looking and using his live sonar, using my live sonar, and I asked him several questions. I said, "How's my screen look? How's everything look like? I need to do anything?" He said, "Look, everything looked pretty good." So I felt pretty good about it. Now maybe he's just being nice and lying to me because he didn't want me to get an edge. But no, Easton's a great kid. But I enjoyed having him in the boat, and we went out and he did catch a few on forward facing sonar, and we actually ended up we tossed our fish back because we didn't think we were technically in the corporate tournament because we didn't have any corporate people on our boat.
Right.
And we tossed them back, but come to find out, they would have let us weigh them in. I think.
Well, yeah, you're a corporate guy.
And I'm not a corporate guy.
Yeah,
I mean, anyway,
you're kind of a corporate guy.
We would have actually probably won the event. So it's probably a good thing that we're through.
You're Team Toyota. That's corporate.
So
guy.
Scroggins' team, he had Jamie and I want to say Maggie Joe was with Scroggins, and they had 2 bass for like 4.5 pounds.
Yeah,
and we had 3. And they probably weighed 5.5 pounds.
Nice.
And we tossed them back, and I said, "No, we're not really in the tournament." So.
Scroggins, that's a sleeper scoper.
Sleeper scoper.
Oh yeah,
Scroggins is.
Oh yeah.
You don't think he took them out there and was scoping, do you?
I don't know. Scroggins is good at it. He's good at it.
Thanks. Thank you, Mr.
People
Jones.
don't think that, but he
said ain't nothing corporate about Matt.
That's true.
Yeah.
I mean, to an extent.
There you go. Tyler, what you eating over there? An XL Andes snap bar. Look at that.
go.
You know them little mints, them chocolate mints you
Yeah,
put on
little
your pillow at the nice hotels? He's got a whole king-size bar of them
The
things
nice
right there.
hotels.
Yeah, like the Hampton Inns and stuff.
Yeah, that's fancy.
Like when you do good in a tournament, you feel like you can stay at one of them on that way home instead of a Super 8.
Ooh, that's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
Ain't worried about it. Do it for the mints. I do it for the mints. All right, we got a few things left to cover. Not a whole lot. Let's open it up. We got almost 200 viewers. Let's open it up to questions too, y'all. I'm gonna. If you got any questions about fall fishing, I did see a question earlier, Brian.
I did too about jerkbait.
Yeah, jerkbait colors for Bugs Island Lakes. What you got?
Jerkbait
For this
colors
time of year.
This time of year, I'm thinking clear water, so I'm going with something natural. Like I like. So Bugs has got herring kind of fish in it now, so I tend to go with something with like a light olive green back. Like I like something like a just an olive green with kind of a translucent side and a little bit of a white belly, something like that. For some reason around herring fish, they seem to like that olive kind of back colored and a translucent.
There's a mega bass color called Pro Green.
Oh yeah, I was trying to think of the name. There was it.
The green gizzard.
No, it's called Pro Green.
Yeah, it's Pro Green.
Probably green
I thought it was
gizzard,
called
too.
Pro Green Gizzard.
I don't know. There's 4,000 different
Yeah, they got
greens,
so many different colors.
But
That's probably one of my go-tos.
that's a good one. That's a good
I
one.
do like that.
You get a little color in the water.
Yeah.
I like that one that's translucent on the side with the chartreuse belly. Everybody's got that color now.
The one Elginy Bone. Is that?
How do
that's
you
the
say it? I say elegy.
Elegy. I know that's the only one you
Elegy.
used to throw.
Back in the day when
Yeah.
I did throw that thing a lot. The
Yeah.
smallmouth love it up north. All right.
I remember that. That's the first time I remember hearing about that was you were catching them on it at Champlain.
Yep, that's right. Table rock color in the 110 Junior is deadly on the Coosa.
Ooh,
Okay, there's your hot tip for anybody fishing the Coosa.
there you go.
That 110 Junior is a little sleeper too.
That is good bait.
Yeah,
That
throws
is
good. Got great action.
The Junior +1.
All right, May.
Yeah, y'all hit us up with
fishing.
some questions. Got a little time to kill.
Oh, cool. Well, thanks for supporting the Hall of Fame. He said he just
Oh, yeah, he
ended
got
up
your
winning my
jersey.
jersey from the Hall of Fame. Got it framed up. Wants to know where we got these frames behind us for these jerseys. You know what's sad is I have no clue.
I'm sure Jeff
Amazon.
was involved.
Probably Amazon.
Amazon.
Oh, you know for sure,
Amazon?
Tyler?
For sure.
Oh,
For sure, Amazon.
okay. Tyler
I was
said
there
Amazon.
when we ordered them.
Oh, Tyler was working here when they ordered them. So Amazon. There you go. Well, that was just lucky, wasn't it? I mean, Amazon's got everything.
Nah, we designed it like that.
Yeah. Floating jerk baits anymore. You know the old Rapalas and the floating minnows and all that
So,
stuff.
man,
do you still use any? I use them in Florida a little bit.
I use a Bomber Long A.
Okay,
I still use that a lot when they're shallow.
that's pretty good juice right there.
Yeah.
The old Twitch minnow from Rapala, what's it called? That floats back up. It's got
I think it's called a floating repeller.
I think it is called a floating propeller. That and obviously a Bangalore. Boy, I used a Bangalore.
Yeah,
a lot.
like the Bangalore was the original.
Yeah,
But yeah.
I use it a lot, especially like in Tannic water, when we're fishing Santee, Pasquotank,
Yeah.
Florida, things like that.
That's what I like in that tannic water. I like to get one that's got that little metal insert in it where when you twitch it, it kind of gives that little flash and it floats back up.
Yeah, here's a good question from Fred Ashcraft. What bow do you shoot, Brian?
What bow do I shoot?
Yeah.
I shoot a Raven.
Cross gun.
It's a really good bow. It's got bow in the name.
It does have bow in the name.
Yes.
Yeah, I actually shoot a Hoyt, so I shoot a RX-7. So a couple years old. I have not upgraded it in several years. I say if it ain't broke, why try to fix it? But I do shoot a Hoyt RX-7. Let's see. Long A, heat the bill, bend it down,
I'm
great
stick
wake
with
bait.
my Raven.
Yeah, it is. That old school long A is an awesome wake bait. Go to bait for fall, dirty water on bad weather days. Square bill. What's
Man,
yours?
I got to go chatterbait.
Okay.
It's hard to beat that chatterbait.
Can't go wrong with either one.
No. I've made a lot of money in the fall throwing a 3/8 ounce chatterbait, and I like to put a straight tail on it in the fall. I like to take the 5-inch Demiki armor shad, put on the back of that chatterbait in the fall. It would look like the little shad, and that little tail just.
There's a good question. Thrift. Do you ever throw the big blade chatterbait in the fall?
I do throw it in the fall when I'm burning it. So there's 2 requirements I have for the big blade chatterbait, and in the fall especially. Number 1 is I want to have wind. The harder the wind blows, the more I'm going to throw that big blade chatterbait. Windy banks, especially if you get a mud line. And then if I get in the back of the creeks after some fresh rain, dirty water, pulling out the big blade chatterbait.
So this is an interesting question from Michael Bradley. He said, do we ever use a shad wrap as a jerk bait? So I have used quite a few.
It's been a long time.
Not a shad wrap as much as there's a couple baits out there on the market. This is one good thing about Let's Talk Fish. We have sponsors. Lunker Hunt, longtime sponsor of mine. Demiki, longtime sponsor of Thrifts. But we'll give you some juice too. And it may not be a bait that's made by one of our sponsors because they just don't make it.
Well, that's the good thing about our sponsors is they know that every bait they make is maybe not quite the best.
Well, and it's not. They don't even like.
And you can't make
the ones I'm getting
bait.
ready to mention aren't even made by my sponsor.
Demiki
Probably not
doesn't
yours.
make one like that
All
either.
right, so Megabass got one called the Flap Slap. You remember that one?
Oh yeah.
All right. It's very similar to shad wrap. Great little jerkbait deal, especially in the fall. Also, remember the bevy shad?
Dude, I was about to say the same thing.
Tell them about the bevy shad.
Yeah, the little Lucky Craft bevy shad. That was so I used to do that, kind of pausing and jerking the shad wrap like a jerk bait. But then when Lucky Craft had the little bevy shad, what was a bevy shad 90?
Yeah, that was a nasty little dude.
Oh, that was a nasty dude. I still got 4 or 5 of them.
This is how dumb we are.
I got some.
This is how dumb we are. I'm
How
not
dumb
calling
we are.
you dumb, calling Brian dumb and myself dumb, not calling you dumb, Tyler.
You do that.
Is as
on the
good
daily.
as some of these baits used to work.
Yeah,
We just disregarded them and quit throwing them.
because they don't bite them anymore.
Well, are we sure?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, maybe you try more often than I do. Sometimes we have so many different baits in our arsenal from over the years that we've caught fish on. I'm very guilty of forgetting about a lot of them.
Oh, I do too.
And I let the current trends.
Well, I think that's what we've ingrained in our brains since we started tournament bass fishing, at the professional level is you've got to find a bait nobody else is throwing. So you keep trying to get ahead of the trends and be the first one in that trend. And a lot of times if you can do that, it equates to a lot of success until everybody else finds out about it.
Yeah.
What about when everybody leaves the trends behind and now nobody else is doing it?
That's what I was fixing to say. So it's been about 20 years since the old bevy shad's been broken out. We might have to try that this year.
I think I got about 4 of them, and I think every one of them's a chartreuse shad. I mean, I might have that American shad. Was that the foil looking one?
I don't know. Yeah, with the scales on it.
Yeah, with the blue back.
So my favorite was the striped shad.
What color was that?
It was kind of a translucent whitish with like a light gray back and, and a black, like faint black line, like lateral line.
Got you.
That was a good one too.
Okay, exactly, Jeremy. I know, actually, Jeremy, I crank all the time, especially shallow crank.
Yeah,
yeah, they still.
I've seen a question. What's the best square bill all around for laydowns?
The best all around one, actually, Lunker Hunt's got a new square bill that I really like. They got the Jolt, which is a little bit narrow body, but the fatter one that they got. And gosh, I had to look it up, but it's similar to a 2.5, 1 point, but it's kind of like a 2.0 size. It's really, really good. I know to me, how does the what's the one you like to throw all the time? How does it do on laydowns?
BTC 60. So I designed that bait for laydowns.
Okay.
So I told them the idea. I wanted a plastic bodied bait that we could fish like a balsa bait. So it floats really high. When you stop it, it actually backs up. So if you feel your line coming up to a laydown, you can actually pause your retrieve and throw it a little slack, and that bait will actually float up backwards. It'll back up 3 or 4 inches as it's going.
And that is the biggest deal for cranking laydowns. And that's why which they're still great, the original Bagley's,
that's
balsa
why
bees.
the Bagley baits and all those fat balsa crankbaits, that's why they were so good in brush, because they would float up and they would back up as they were floating. They float really high. So we were able to do the same thing with that BTC 60 from Demiki.
Yeah, there was another one. Zoom made a fat square bill. It was a WEC something.
I never did
something.
get any Zoom crankbaits. They were too expensive for
I
me.
had some of the sweet peas and things like that, but they had a fat one, and I don't even know if I probably still got one or two of them. It did really good.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's a lot of. I mean, obviously all the Lucky Craft square bills, 2.5s, things like that.
Yeah.
Everybody's making one now for the most part. But
yeah, that's true.
Like Brian said, the biggest thing is that thing being able to deflect properly or come
Right,
back
you want it to be a fat body,
Or
something
stay
that
hung
floats
up.
really high. Like I can crank that BTC 60 down, and it only run about 4 feet, and I can stop my retrieve, and it'll be floating in 3 or 4 seconds. So it's floating up at 12 inches a second, that's what you want when you're cranking wood.
Ottercat said the hot lips. I don't think the hot lips gonna do too good in lay down.
Now, hot lips will get hung a little bit. It's a different type of action. So to me, and this is something I didn't learn this. David Fritz actually told me this.
Then it's
legit,
credible.
So, and Fritz, the way he explained it to me and what he likes is a swimming crankbait. But if you notice, all the crankbaits Fritz designed, not knocking them, they do not like a piece of wood. They get hung on every one. That's just the way it is. I mean, you look at the DT6, if it thinks about getting close to a piece of wood, it's going to get hung. I mean, anybody that's thrown one, it's true.
I do not crank wood with DTs.
No, you can't.
No.
Because you never get it back.
Great bait, catches a lot of fish.
Catches a fool out of fish. But if it hits a piece of wood, you're going to go get it. And so the two different actions, the way David told me a long time ago, is you've got a kind of a diving action like your fat bodied square bills and your big deep diving that's, it's real wide. And then you've got a swimming action, which is your thinner baits like the Fritz side he designed, the DTs he designed. It's more of a swim action type deal. And that's what Fritz always liked. If you ever noticed when Fritz was dominating cranking, and he told me this too, he didn't want his crankbait hitting the bottom. He wanted it to hit what was sticking up off the bottom. So if there was, one rock or something like that, that's what he was he wasn't grinding the bottom. And that's the way he designed a lot of his crankbaits, was what he told me. That may be wrong now, but that's the way it was back in the day.
I had a question here. This is great. Jacob, absolutely I do. I throw a couple different ones. We actually have, at Lunker Hunt, we have the Lunker blade, which is similar to... Demiki has one that has
vault.
The vault.
Yeah.
Okay, so Demiki has the vault. Lunker Hunt has the Lunker blade. They look almost identical. They have multiple different hole locations for your snap,
3 connections,
which changes the vibration and whatnot. But one bait that I still have in my arsenal is a wing ding.
Yeah,
the old
I've seen you catch them on that before.
That wing ding. And, that's another bait, dude. I got them. I just don't ever throw them anymore.
There was a good comment. So we're going to have to do this. Michael said, be fun to do a old bait show Q&A. We need to do that one show. Both of us bring about 15 or 20 old baits and just talk about the good old days.
Yeah, the good old days. You old when you talk about the good old days.
Yeah, that vault, though, the blade baits, I don't go anywhere without that tied on. I mean, 365 days a year, because if I get in the right situation where fish are schooled up somewhere, I'm going to catch every one of them.
Yeah. Yeah, those little blade baits, don't sleep on them. That's something that's easy to get sidetracked in today's fishing world, because everybody's talking about shaking a mana and throwing a Nico rig and a drop shot, and it's all live sonar. Well, those little blade baits flat catch them, especially this time of year.
Yes.
They match the hatch as good as anything else.
I had one tied on it with Dowie.
There you go. Did you ever throw it?
I made a couple casts in it. We never found the right situation for it. They were roaming so much.
Got you.
Like it was hard to stay with them.
Got you. The wing ding and the Lunker blade and the vault are phenomenal schooling fish baits too, because you can fire them an absolute mile.
Yes.
And you can work them multiple different ways. So, all right. Here you go. I'm going to give you this one. Any input for fishing Smith Mountain in November? Because I've never been there in the fall, and I've only been there a handful of times in the spring.
I've never been there, period.
I made All-American on that lake in September one time.
I've never been there in my life.
But that's summer. Like, it was like late summer. I fished
but
docks
that's
the whole
close
time.
to fall.
I fished docks the whole time with a jig and a wacky worm.
There you go.
I mean, that's what you don't, in your lake, you don't know what else to do.
That is very true. That is very true. And that was probably back before it had herring in it. It's a herring lake now.
That was in 06.
Yes, I'd say it was.
So, if I fished All-American in 07, that means qualified for it in 06. Yeah. It was 06. There you go. And then I got to leave there and go fish All-American on the wonderful Ohio River.
Yep.
It was awesome.
Keith had a question about color on these crankbaits, and he brought up a good point. Like Fire Tiger used to kill them, and now everything's a natural bait-looking color. I'm on the natural bait color, but I think a lot of that is because we don't get the dirty water and the watercolor that we used to get.
We really don't.
Like almost every lake in the country now is so. I think there's several factors for that. One is there's less farming, so you have less fertilizer runoff, less nutrients getting in the water. But also construction and things like that, they're so good and they pay so much attention to that runoff where they make sure nothing bad runs into the lake, that all that's fenced off with silt fences, so you don't get that runoff like you used to 15, 20 years ago, so we don't get the watercolor a lot. But if I'm in dirtier water, I'm going to the old school colors. I'm going to those bright red crawfish colors in the spring and winter, and going to a chartreuse and purple back, chartreuse and blue back in the fall if you've got a lot of dirty water. So,
Pete, that's a loaded question. He said, would you fish your team championship this weekend or leave your partner to go to the deer opener Saturday here in Texas? So I say loaded because it's a lot of questions I need to answer. I need to know how much team championship pays. I need to how confident y'all are you can go do well. How pissed off is your partner going to be when you leave him to go deer hunting?
The biggest question he's got to know is how big a deer you chase.
That was my last question. How big are the deer, and are they? Do you have them pegged? You never have them pegged, but you know what I mean. I mean
fish the team championship, and I say this because the last championship Matt and I fished together at Moss, we won, and we're sitting there at blast off.
We were on a fog delay.
Yeah, we were on a fog delay. We won the championship.
Matt's like,
but that morning, Matt gets a ding on his phone from his cell camera, and there's his shooter sitting there in front of his cell camera.
Sitting there eating my corn, licking his paws.
At like 8 o'clock in the morning. And Matt's like, we better win. We better win.
And we did. We won.
Did win.
And then I ended up killing him.
Then you ended up,
I don't know.
So go fish the championship.
Yeah. Good things happen. Don't let your partner down. That's the main thing, really.
Right. And that's something you've worked all year for, which you probably worked all year for your deer, too.
Yeah, that's right. Hope that helps you.
Yeah.
There he goes. Okay. All right. $20,000 to pay.
Yeah, go fishing.
4-year-old 10-point ready to go. He said, "I'll go fishing."
He'll be there Monday morning.
That's a 4-year-old 10-point. Yeah, I'd go fishing.
He'll be there Monday morning.
Go fishing, Pete. It's the right thing to do. Don't leave your partner hanging.
Exactly.
We're here to give good advice.
You could win that and take that $10,000, and I mean, if you wanted to, you could go shoot a 5-year-old 100-pointer off a high fence somewhere.
There's your good question. Did you say 100-pointer?
I don't know. See these pictures.
They probably got them these days. They probably got them. All right, we got to wrap this show up. You want to answer Carter? Carter never gets on here and asks questions, but Carter's a local buddy of ours. He wants our opinion on why bass suspend and chase bait in cooler weather. It's not just cooler weather either. But
no, I think it's 359 days a year.
Well, I'm sure he's referring to the time of the year when the weather starts to change and you see a lot of surface activity and schooling activity this time of year. I'm assuming that's what he's talking about.
Yeah.
Okay. So you want to hit on that?
Yeah, Tim.
Okay. Well, I'm getting our trivia question together.
Yeah. Okay. So, Matt's working on trivia. So,
that'll be the last question, y'all. Sorry,
Carter. My opinion is, once the lake turns over. So if you notice, especially in our area, Carter's from around here. He fishes Moss, Norman, Wiley, and everywhere. And early September, fish will set on structure really good, and you can catch them a lot of different ways. But I think once you get later in September, 1st October, when the lake actually turns over, those fish have a lot of options. They're not going to go below that thermocline before that, and they tend to set in that structure that's right above the thermocline. And once that thermocline busts up, those fish are free to roam, and they get out and just wherever that food source is, that's where they're going to go, because they have no restriction. They've got oxygenated water from top to bottom, and they can be comfortable out in 50 feet of water just as good as they can in 10 feet of water. So I think that tends to put them more on a roaming pattern. And when they're roaming, they're pretty much just eating. That's what they're doing. And if they're not eating, they're hanging around close to the bait. And when they get hungry, they go eat. That's my opinion. Maybe you're wrong.
I think you nailed it. But all right, trivia question time, y'all. And we mentioned at the beginning of the show, it's compliments of, we normally do English Choice giveaway. We've got one of my sponsors and partners, Pulse Fish, doing a giveaway tonight. $79 prize pack value.
Brand new bait.
Yeah, 4 side pieces, brand new bait from Pulse Fish. Y'all
You
check
could be
this
the
thing out.
first person in your lake to have it.
I guarantee you, whoever gets these baits is a really good chance of the first person around their area to have some.
Yep.
You get 4 side pieces, a pair of the Pulse sun gloves, and one of my signature underspins. The side piece, check it out at pulsefish.com. It's a really, really awesome bait, super versatile. It's kind of an alternative to a bladed jig, spinnerbait type deal. But yeah, side piece, it's been out overseas actually for a while now, which was the grass piece. And I believe
it's been in the States now for quite a while.
But it was sold through JDM.
Yeah, it was sold through JDM.
I believe we're the first U.S. retailer to actually market
similar,
one. Yeah, to market one. So I'm sure there'll be others that follow, especially when they find out what this bait will do. But it's definitely something that you need to have in your arsenal because, again, it's new and it catches fish.
That's right.
Do you have any grass pieces?
I have, I think, 4 of them, and if I've caught a bass on one, I don't remember it.
Okay. So have you thrown it much?
Not a whole lot. Like, I haven't gave it its due diligence.
Yeah. That's my problem with a lot of new baits, too, is I don't really commit to it. Like, I pick it up, make 5 casts, they don't bite it, and then I pick up a bladed jig, and I throw it 30 times, and I catch one, I'm like, oh, they ain't biting the other one. Right. You know, like, just assume they ain't biting the other one. But
it's a confidence thing.
Yeah.
Like, you've already developed that confidence.
Exactly. And team tournaments, what a great bait to be throwing behind your partner that is throwing a bladed jig.
Yeah, different sound,
like
different action.
Yep. All right, here we go. Trivia question time for the Pulse giveaway. As you know, I do have a signature line of rods with Pulse Fish, and although I did not win a ton of money this year, which rod in my lineup, I need to know the name of the rod, which rod in my signature lineup from Pulse did I win the most money on this year? This ought to be pretty easy.
Let me see the answer here. Okay. I know the answer.
Which rod did I win the most money on?
We're going to hear some good names for some rods. I need to screenshot this. I may develop
It's
a rod.
not the check casher. It's not the check casher. They're Googling right now. Good thing is I got a bunch of people going to the I got it. I got a lot of people going to the Pulse Fish website checking them out. It was not. I wish it was the juice.
I wish it was the Bill Dance Cat Series.
The Cat Series. All right, it is the Do All unit. It's a spinning rod, and that's why I said it'd probably be an easy guess. Michael Burr, you are the first one to get that correct. I wish it was.
Congratulations,
Travis
Michael.
said the Unfair Advantage, which is my cranking rod. I love that rod, and I did catch some fish on it this year, but I caught more on the Do All unit than I did anything else. But yeah, go to pulsefish.com. Check our rods out when you get a chance. Everything on there is under $200. Great warranties, great products, and thanks to Pulse for the big giveaway tonight too. So Michael Burr,
thank you, Pulse Fish.
Send us your information now to our Let's Talk Fish Facebook page. Message our Facebook page at Let's Talk Fish with your shipping information. I'll get it over to Todd at Pulse Fish, and he'll get your prize pack out to you ASAP. This is perfect. It's 8 o'clock, Brian.
We did great. And 2 shows in a row. And we may have one next week.
You never know. We might.
We're on a roll.
Y'all, let me thank everybody real quick for going in and subscribing to our YouTube channel. We don't ever do that. We don't want to sound cliche, but we do appreciate it. We're getting like a lot more views now than we're only doing like 1 show a month. And we apologize for that. But I'm like, Brian,
I've been trying to do better. I got to put some of that on.
We're all trying to do better. But we do appreciate y'all tuning in. If you haven't subscribed to our YouTube channel, at least take a second and go do that. We do appreciate all the support.
And it's not that we don't want to be here. It's just life. We got to do.
It's his life.
It's just life.
46 and 44, both 2 kids.
2 kids,
fishing careers. That.
But we're doing good.
Yeah. We enjoy every minute of it, though, in all honesty. But we
appreciate all y'all.
We appreciate everybody tuning in, and we can't go fishing on a Tuesday night. We'll sit right here and do what, Brian?
Talk fishing.
That's right. See y'all next time.